What's up, everyone? This is your boy Rob Clever. This is my 17th video. This is the Post Every Night in September challenge. This video is all about the Navy Yard shooting, gun control, and gun culture in the United States of America. For some reason, I'm really bothered by this whole situation, especially that it's so close to home, number one. And number two is that people still are getting access to guns regardless of their mental stability. I'm just honestly just over the whole idea of people being able to purchase guns who aren't mentally stable, people purchasing guns for fun. Like, if you're not using a gun for like going out to kill deer or hunting, or you're not in the military to have a gun to, you know, protect the United States in a war, or you're not a police officer, like, you don't need a gun. Like, you just don't. I just don't. Or law enforcement. I don't think you need a gun. I just don't see the point of it. Like, I don't understand why guns have been seen as something that's so much fun and so exciting, and all these mentally unstable people have guns. Like, I just don't understand it. Like, they won't commit to any gun control because these idiots, especially the NRA in particular, these idiots just keep on riding this whole Second Amendment rights thing. And that was written when, you know, back then you could form a militia and, you know, have the right to bear arms to protect yourself because, you know, we were a new country, and to avoid invasion from other countries, it makes sense to do so. But, like, you go around today and you form a fucking militia, that's called a fucking vigilante crew. And y'all niggas are going to get shot or or whatever they're going to do. They're going to, like, you know, handle all of y'all. I don't understand the need to have a gun and the excitement of it. I personally have never owned a gun, but I have gone to the gun range before. And shooting a gun at a gun range and shooting targets, for my first time, it was very, very disconcerting. To have that much power in your hand, to be able to take something, just aim at it, and then shoot, it's just, we realize and connect the idea that it's really a real gun, and it's not like a water gun or a Nerf gun. This is a real gun, and in this space that I'm in, this gun range, I can turn around and shoot somebody just because I have a gun in my hand. And imagine if everybody just started. I mean, it just makes me so, like, uncomfortable. Like, it's so nerve-wracking. And being as crazy as people are nowadays, I don't want to be anywhere near a gun. I've since gone back to the gun range since after that, and, you know, it was a good time, it was fun, but it's not something that I have done again since the Sandy Hook tragedy. And when Sandy Hook happened, I was like, okay, clearly there's a problem in this country. The thing with Aurora, that was another gun tragedy. It's just like there's something clearly wrong with this. And if people can't identify that there's a problem with this, like, how many of us have to die being innocent on the job and at the Navy Yard, which is a highly fortified, you know, military facility. And you go to work thinking that you're going to be safe, and you're in a military base, well, not military base, but a military facility. And you're expecting to be safe because, you know, it's the military. Like, we're not safe anywhere. And I don't think people realize that having guns is not fun. Like, there has to be some kind of legislation for gun control. And me personally, if it was me, people need to be psychologically evaluated for guns. I'm tired of hearing all these stories that, you know, oh, they got a gun, but we found out they had some kind of mental issue or some kind of mental instability, and they had some, you know, they've had some history of this and history of that. Like, even with the guy who, the Alexis guy who did the shooting, he was allowed to have a security clearance, even though they were unsure of his mental stability in 2004. Now, 2004 is a different time because those gun problems weren't like in the United States. Like, we weren't having mass shootings then. But since then, they have been, you know, rampant, and not like rampant like every, like, you know, decade or every half a century. Like, they have been going on every, like, 6 to 9 months, it seems like. And I'm not being funny. Maybe I'm just over dramatizing the situation, but it's like, no one can't say in recent memory they can't think of 3 or 4 mass shootings. Take your time, think about it. Columbine, Aurora, Sandy Hook, the Navy Yard shootings. Then you almost had an incident in Atlanta a few weeks ago. Like, is anybody not seeing something wrong with this? Like, is it just me? And if I'm not the only one that's crazy, that clearly the United States needs to do something about this problem and regulate gun control. It's like, what do you need a gun for? Like, what are you protecting? Like, your family and your kids? Like, I understand when you, like, I understand that to a degree of keeping a gun in your home to protect your family, but like they say, people who keep guns in their homes are more likely to get shot themselves. So, I'm totally against the ideas of guns. Guns are not fun. Guns are not something of entertainment. Guns are not anything more to protect this country from war. If you're law enforcement, to, you know, as another level of safety. And if you plan on actually going out and shooting deer, and that's a whole nother argument too. It's the kinds of guns that people have access to. What the fuck do you need a semi-automatic weapon for? Like, what do you need that for? Like, if you're really what, I just don't, like, I'm like, what is fun? Like, just sitting around in the fucking backwoods, shooting fucking trees and shit with a semi-automatic weapon, like, cause it's fucking fun and fucking sport? I just don't get that. Like, I just don't get it. And then furthermore, it's just like, if you're a hunter, you won't even need that kind of gun, because you can't even damage the game with the kind. Like, if you had like a semi-automatic weapon shooting at a deer like that, you will fucking destroy it. It wouldn't be good. It was something that you would be able to process and eat at that point. So you would need like a rifle or something very simple, not a semi-automatic weapon or whatever kind of AKs bullshit that y'all motherfuckers out there like to use. Y'all think this shit is fucking cool, and it's not. Like, gun culture is the most disgusting thing in the United States of America. It is the most heinous and disgusting thing. Like, you look at other countries, like, let's say Britain, for instance, and Piers Morgan is very big on this gun control thing. And they always knock this man for that. But do they have as many murders in the UK as we have here? Hell no, they don't. And I don't understand how people don't realize that at the end of the day, that this problem is a big problem. Like, I do not want to be the one going to work and getting shot just because I'm in the wrong place at the wrong time. And I think what's even more is baffling to me is the fact some of y'all motherfuckers out there really think that this shit is okay, but if the shoe's on the other fucking foot and your family member got shot, you be all up for gun control and all kind of bullshit now. So why not change your thought process now on the whole idea? Because at any time, it could be us. It could be me, it could be you, it could be your sister, it could be your brother, it could be your mom, it could be your daddy. Them people that got killed were between 46 and 75 fucking years old. They have lived their life. Not at all expecting to get shot randomly at their job, at the fucking Navy Yard. And they're all dead now and deceased. And y'all still have not decided on how to handle gun control. Like, somebody, I can't think of the motherfucker's name right now. Republican, of course it's a fucking Republican all the fucking time. Just has no, just like doesn't want to comment on gun control yet about the situation. What is there to not comment? You need to comment. Like, I don't understand how Congress is so, like, not aware of these things. Well, they are aware of these things, but they don't take action, and they all have to do things by group. I just don't understand this shit. Like, I understand you are a Congress member. You need to protect your constituents, protect people in your state, and regulate gun culture. Y'all motherfuckers can regulate gay rights any fucking time, but y'all can't regulate gun culture? Like, are you serious? I just don't understand. I'm just like really to the point, I'm just really confused. I'm really even furthermore irritated that this bullshit goes on and people don't take proper action or don't do things to, like, Congress is not doing anything about this. Like, bullshit or not, y'all can go ahead and blame the fucking president if you want, but we all know the executive branch has no real power for real. Congress makes or breaks every fucking thing all the fucking time. That's why they're always hated. That's why people dislike Congress, because they're fucking ridiculous. And as a Washingtonian, I see the bullshit Congress does. They're fucking retarded. Like, I haven't seen these motherfuckers. I don't know how 500 motherfuckers decide the fate of millions on a daily basis. Especially when it's all about personal gain. I just don't get it. All I ask is that people definitely need to get this gun thing under control I think people need to stop having access to semi-automatic weapons. I think people need to be psychologically evaluated before they get a gun in their hands. Like, y'all just doing background checks is not enough. Y'all need to do a lot more than that. Because for some reason, crazy ass motherfuckers are still getting guns, especially these motherfuckers who go to war, who come back crazy as shit. And I'm not saying that all my military people are not, I'm not saying that all military people are crazy when they come back from war, not at all. I appreciate anyone that has the courage and the heart to go to war. It would not be me. Never. But I do appreciate anyone that goes to war. But once you come back from war, people need to be psychologically evaluated and taken care of. You work for the military, y'all need to do everything in your due diligence to make sure that these people are taken care of and that they don't have access to things that can personally harm me or my family or my friends or any strangers that I do or do not know. Period. It's a problem. So, until next time.